Afternoon, legends. Brenda, Let's Do Fitness. Today we're talking about overhead presses, okay? Sometimes they're called shoulder presses as well. Those two terms are interchangeable. Okay, so this is an exercise that is pretty beneficial, but also can be done extremely poorly, all right? So here I am to go over some basic fundamentals of shoulder press / overhead press, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna say is they can be done with things like dumbbells, okay? Not hand weights, dumbbells, okay? So we can use dumbbells where you're really trying to get each arm and shoulder working individually, okay? Or they can be done with something like an Olympic bar behind me using the 20 kilo overhead press. The fundamentals are exactly the same, all right? I really don't want to see any of you using a single kettlebell, because what happens is you're curling in like this, which is what we don't want. So basically, the first thing is we need to have good range of movement. Range of movement, always paramount over load, as in weight, and repetition, okay? So range of movement, technique, if that's what you want to call it, is paramount, okay? So the shoulder joint. So basically, as soon as you start rolling your hands forward like that, okay, as soon as your wrist is not in line with your elbow, you're just basically jamming up that shoulder. And being women, our shoulders are already pulled forward more so than men, purely because we have weight in front of us that pulls us forward. And a lot of us will sit at a desk all day, drive a car, and eventually your thoracic spine and everything starts to pull forward. So you get this little poor posture thing going on. So we need to really open up our chest, all right? That's the first thing. So this is why leave your ego at the door, go lighter with the weights, okay? So most women will go, oh yeah, I can do 4 kilos, and then they get to like 10 reps and then they start to like drop like this. We don't want that. We want wrists in line with our elbows vertically, okay? Wrists in line with elbows from a frontal point of view, as well as a side point of view, okay? So like so. Now, see, I've got my feet, I've got this little split happening with my feet. I'm not doing a full lunge type thing, I'm just weight transferring slightly back, okay? Because what that does is it stops you doing this when you've got your feet square. See how you hyperextend through your lower back, okay? And what happens there, all the load or too much load goes into your lower back. So it doesn't matter which foot. People always ask me, which foot? I've got to change feet. That's rubbish, yeah? It's just about weight distribution, okay? Simple. So slightly open your stance, okay? Closed stance, which is square, yeah? Open stance like that. Split your stance, just slightly. Weight is in the front foot, not the back foot, because then you start to do this again, hinging, yeah? Front foot, just very slight. See how my toe is pretty much in line with my heel. Right, that's a bit of technique. So here we go with the weights. So you're basically here. You don't want to be here, as I mentioned, okay? So you also don't want to be here like this, all right? See how my wrists have broken my elbows? So I need to be in line. And then you go straight up like so, okay? Keep those weights in line with your shoulders, okay, and the elbows come just past your sort of ribs, like the top of your top ribs, okay, that's it. You don't want to bring them down here like this. So just past the ribs, nice open chest, core nice and tight, overhead press, and done. Okay, last but not least, banging the dumbbells at the top like this does nothing. So stop it, because it's just one of those pet peeves that all of us coaches really despise. Anyway, overhead presses, shoulder presses, legends, give them a go. Remember, technique is always the most important thing. Go light. You want range of movement. Give us a shout out if we can help with anything.